have today. So we're going to try and play spoiler to them. Also to the Pittsburgh Knights themselves, as they're supposedly not 100% out of it, but Rolled is 100% into the back of the net is that shot.
And I tell you what, T. Carell coming in with internet issues, and he goes out making plays like that. He tried to put it in, not able to really get the accurate.
They haven't been able, La Familia specifically, haven't been able to get a single win so far in the grid. It just seems like, you mentioned those power shots, they weren't really successful with those. Great one from T. Carell, though, served up, and he's going to just send that one home. 2-0 already.
Rolled is spoon-feeding that one to T. Carell, and he really doesn't even get that great of a hit on. I mean, 38 miles per hour down.
Yeah.
He got it.
La Familia are going to be working to our benefit throughout this series.
Definitely. And, oh, hi, Ricky, almost putting that one in, but Rolled is able to get the save. Leaks is there, and they are able to put one on the board. They've got 1:16 left in regulation to see if they can get an equalizer, but I think I've seen La Familia kind of tweet out a handful of times, you know, this is their first time really in a...
You have that experience, you get those replays, and you kind of get to see, okay, maybe this is what we got to improve upon. Because we've never seen this La Familia team in a regional yet. They are going to get a shot, almost tying it up, but, you know...
Make some fantastic plays. As this one's stuck in the midfield, Rolled is electing to go for the bump, tried to take Ricky out of contention. Shock is going to put it down off his own double tap, and we get the first one on the board.
That was a beautiful play from Shock, but Roldes just being an integral part as well, making sure that the last defender there couldn't really do much to go up for the...
Nor possession. And Chris keeping that pressure there. Shock. This one dangerously rolling up. It's still on the goal line there. Leaks is going to get the equalizer. And I know the boost starvation really kind of set in. T. Carell was the only defender we had, and he had nothing in the tank.
He tried his best to go to that one, but somehow with the flip forward, hopefully we see some improvements in the shots category for our team and not the other team like that. I mean, they've dwarfed our numbers, honestly. We've seen 4 from Ricky, 3 from Leaks, 1 from Chris, one of them going in at this point in time. We've only seen 3 shots from Shock, so not looking the best offensively. And
Roldes, can he keep the pressure here? He does. It's in the midfield. T. Carell down to Roldes. It's still on the goal line, and it does go in. Roldes gets us tied up.
That was such a beautiful challenge from Roldes. I mean, he goes for the aerial challenge, makes sure it drops down perfectly. T. Carell gets a little bit of it to set.
Coming from the Sonics, and I fear that if you keep that mentality, sooner or later, La Familia will let it slip. But Shock not going to let that one slip by. As I ramble on, he ends it there after 2 minutes and 7 seconds into overtime. Sonics take game 2.
I mean, beautiful way to do it, and Shock really leading the charge for this Sonics team on
those particular types of goals or shots, rather, and Leaks is going to try and set one up, almost getting the 2-0,
that was nice.
But Ricky is going to be there to make sure that one goes in, and La Familia going to get their first lead out of this series.
Yeah, you know, maybe it is the Casa curse, maybe it's not,
right.
But that was a pretty solid showing from this La Familia team. I mean, the backboard on our side's been a little bit too open for them, so I feel like they are getting a bit too confident when it comes to going for these challenges. But that was just a miscue on the rotation back from our team, and Shock not the greatest touch there, and then a miss coming out, and there's no real way to get back in time for that. I mean, both players double committing. It's not a good look from
60 seconds to really make that last equalizer present itself. As Chris gonna put this one down on the goal line, and Roldes, I don't fault him for that one. Maybe he could have gotten the pinch out, and was anybody else? So if Roldes gets the recovery,
T. Carell was.
Okay.
And so is Shock. Yeah, I don't think that was the greatest option there. And mainly, it's not really been the shots. It's been them kind of forcing the issue and forcing errors defensively out of the Sonics. We do see a good shot there from Shock, so there's some potential. You know, just got to start doubting them, and then we will reverse caster curse them. But a great shot nonetheless from Shock. And as I said, it really depends on how well the Sonics are going to do with Shock, if he's doing well or not.
This one is going to go to La Familia. They keep the series hope alive, but we are still in that series match point. And Roldes.
Yep.
And there's a demo coming out again. Crisp chasing this one on the goal line, and he gets it. I mean, La Familia are gonna chase the demos. They're gonna put the pressure on, and that is just an unfortunate clear, and Crisp opens up the lane.
Yeah, I don't really think Shock needed to be backwards in the net at that.
Roldes keeping it below him. Shock trying to get it around. Roldiz, can he get that pass? He does,
Oh!
and gets the equalizer. You see the defenders there, threads that needle and gets us all tied up.
I mean, that was a great challenge by Shock on the side wall, just putting his car in the perfect position. But
tries to get it around Iriki, not able to do so. Iriki is there to get the possession, but not able to hold on.
Oh, there we go.
Off of the demo, opened up by T. Carell, is going to put us in the lead. And just like that, you open up the lane and the floodgates are wide open. That is just perfect.
I just got to give them a taste of their own medicine. And really, we were doing well in those first two games where we were able to bump them out of the way, demo them, just bully them in their own defensive end. And there we go yet again. Roldiz with a hat trick, carrying the team on his back, showing his skill. And I'm sure he's going to be talking about this matchup on First Touch on Monday next week. But, you know, we'll see what happens.
Maneuvers, and he's able to set up so many different possibilities. Roldiz putting this one down a wide open net.
Man.
Shock's gonna take one away though. Says Roldiz, you have scored enough, and now we see the Sonics put on that offensive clinic that we've all been hoping for to finish this series out.
I mean, this was just a passing play, right? Not showing the confidence that they had before. Good touch by Shock. Crisp, he's going to go into the top of the net and out for that. What a good angle, though, from Roldiz. Could have had 5 goals for 5 shots, but he got 4 this time. And I think this game's almost done, but we got to wait for 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to say that one's the nail. And it allowed Game 3 to kind of slip through. But hey, it gives one more game win for La Familia. You know, kind of a consolation prize is, okay. Now, all right, now 24 seconds. I want to see the Brazil. Like, that's what I'm hoping for out of this. Just end it with a bang.
I mean, might as well at this point, right? You got enough to clear from Roldiz. If we could have a follow-up from Shock, it could be some potential there. But the demo onto Roldiz, they don't want it to happen. But Shock is going to make it a possibility. 7-1. The Brazil is achieved. 11 seconds left. No chance to come back. There wasn't for a while. And we see the Sonics get their 3rd game.
Need that as the momentum boost for our Sonics. Again, the grid, unlike the regionals, have just not been our cup of tea so far, and that one's going to end it. Ladies and gentlemen,